You're not broken. You were trained to erase yourself. Not slowly, not gently, but repeatedly. Every time you were told, don't be too much, calm down, be easier to love. So you did. You edited yourself until there was almost nothing left. And now, you call that version of you your personality. But it's not your personality. It's your survival mask. And if that makes you uncomfortable, good. Because this is where it starts to get real. You feel it when everything is quiet. No distractions, no noise, just you and something missing. Not sadness, not pain, just absence. Like you're here, but not fully. You move through your life like you're slightly disconnected from your own existence. And the scariest part, you don't know why. Because from the outside, you look completely fine. This didn't start with you. It started when you were a kid. A moment most people forget, but your nervous system didn't. You expressed something real, maybe joy, maybe anger, maybe sadness. And instead of being met, you were corrected. So your brain made a decision. Being myself is not safe. And from that moment on, you adapted. Not to thrive, to survive. That's when the mask formed. Not fake, protective. It studied people, reactions, approval, and it learned fast. Who do I need to be to stay loved? So you became that. Over time, you stopped checking in with yourself and started performing for others. And here's the part no one tells you. The longer you do this, the harder it becomes to tell what's real anymore. You didn't choose this. You were shaped by it, conditioned into it, and rewarded for it. That's why it feels normal. But normal doesn't mean true. Because every time you ignored your voice, you created distance. Not outside, inside. And now, you don't know who you are without adapting. And that's where things get dangerous. You say yes when everything in you wants to say no. You rehearse simple conversations like they're life or death decisions. You feel guilty for having needs. You apologize for things that aren't your fault. And when someone's energy shifts, you feel it instantly, like your safety depends on it. There's a deeper layer of this, and most people never reach it. Because this isn't behavior. This is conditioning. You don't even notice it anymore. How you scan faces, adjust your reactions, not to express, but to avoid rejection. You became emotionally fluent in everyone else, but illiterate in yourself. And that creates a quiet panic. If I stop adapting, will I still be loved? So you don't risk it. You perform. You call it being nice, easygoing, understanding, but look closer. You abandon your truth to maintain connection. You betray your own feelings to avoid discomfort. And here's the uncomfortable truth. The more you're liked, the less you're known. Let that sink in, because that sentence alone will change how you see everything. What if I told you the person you think you are was built in response to fear? Not desire, not truth, fear. Your likes, your boundaries, even your silence, all shaped by one question. What keeps me accepted? So I'll ask you something deeper. If you remove fear, who's left? Here's the part most people aren't ready to hear. You didn't lose yourself. You were never allowed to fully become yourself. Read that again. Your identity was interrupted, and everything you've been calling you might just be a collection of survival responses. Not truth, not essence, just adaptation. And if that's true, then the life you're living right now might not actually be yours. That realization, that's where everything begins to break. This is what it costs. You lose clarity. You second-guess everything. Not because you're unsure, but because you were never taught to trust yourself. So you look outside for answers, for permission, and slowly you disappear from your own life. Not loudly, quietly, and no one notices because you're still functioning, but inside, you feel like a stranger to yourself. This isn't just psychological, this is spiritual disconnection. Because when you silence your truth, you don't just lose identity, you lose alignment with who you were created to be. And that emptiness you feel, it's not random, it's a signal, a call back to yourself. But most people ignore it, because facing it means changing everything. Most people don't want to find themselves because they know it will cost them the version of life they built to be accepted. And that's the part no one wants to admit. You're tired, but not in a way sleep fixes. It's deeper than that. It's the exhaustion of pretending, of filtering, of adjusting, of holding yourself back every single day. And the hardest part, you don't even know who you are without it. So you keep going, not because it feels right, but because it feels familiar. But here's where everything changes. You don't heal by becoming someone new. You heal by stopping the performance, by noticing when you overwrite yourself, when you shrink, when you edit, and choosing, just once, to be real instead. Not perfect, real. That's how you begin to return. You don't need to fix yourself. You need to remember yourself. Because the version of you you've been trying to become was never the real one. And the one you abandoned is still there, buried under years of adaptation, waiting. So here's the truth most people will never accept. The hardest prison to escape is the one where you don't even know you're trapped. And you just saw the bars. You're not broken. You were trained to forget who you are. And remembering is where your life actually begins.